Okay, to start, I'd like to explain why I think the low income and middle income right wing Republicans support the Republican agenda, which would seem to be detrimental to them. And I think it's because we have people who will be represented by these plastic toy soldiers, which is not a comment on their militaristic, hawkish tendencies, although they have them, but because I got 99 of them for 99 cents at the 99-cent store, and I'm broke and have no artistic ability and bad hands. So be nice, and if you can't be nice, then run for president on a Republican ticket. Anyway, most of these people grew up in small towns or small neighborhoods or in sort of closed socio-economic religious circles where they were insulated from change and progress and were taught these antiquated, outdated ideas. But nowadays, of course, you can't hide from news and progress and change and science. So they try to deny, they try to refute, but it's a losing battle. So they feel like they're under attack. They feel like their lives are threatened, and I mean in a very visceral, real kind of way. They feel like they're drowning. Help, help, we're drowning. Now, if you're drowning, you will grab onto anything to keep you afloat. In this case, even a giant turd. Yay, we're saved. But even if you're drowning, or think you're drowning, after a while, you're going to notice you're hanging on to a giant turd. And you're going to try standing up and find out the water's actually only a couple feet deep, or make a swim for it. Now, this turd represents your basic Republican agenda. So the Republicans realize this, that nobody's going to hang on to a turd forever. So they decide to make a few changes. So we may see these people later, maybe not. Now, before we go on to the changes, let's understand what makes up the turd. Turdia est divisa in partes tres. For those of you who study medicine or law or survived a Catholic education back when they forced you to take at least 2 years of Latin, you know that that means that this turd is divided into 3 parts, and I know turdia isn't an actual word. And these 3 parts are lower taxes, smaller government, and deregulation. This is the basic core agenda of the Republican Party, at least today's Republican Party, although I think it always has been. The idea behind it is that this food pyramid, if you will, has the plan of allowing the rich to get richer and corporations to run unchecked. Lower taxes really don't help the poor, and they don't help the middle class as much as they do the rich. Deregulation and smaller government are also keys to helping the rich. When they say smaller government, what they really mean is privatize everything. In other words, take everything that the government does now, like education and infrastructure, making sure our food supply is safe, and give it to their big business buddies. And just to make sure that their big business buddies don't lose any money on it while they're not paying taxes, deregulation. Let's take away all those pesky rules about safety and not polluting and making sure that your product actually works or doesn't kill people or whatever. And that way, if all three of these things are instituted, the rich get to do anything they want with no accountability, which is pretty much what corporations do now. But they want everybody to have that opportunity, everybody that has enough money. So, there you go. Your turd. By the way, this pointy, lumpy bit looks painful to pass. That's Ron Paul. Unless they need his vote, they keep hoping he'll just drop off and go away, but he won't. So, anyway, the Republicans realize that those people hanging on to the turd are not going to hang on forever, because they're going to realize it's the turd, and I don't think life is that important that I'm going to spend the rest of my life hanging on to a turd. So they dress it up. We start out with a little red, white, and blue here. I hope this works. They do things like gay marriage. Abortion is murder. Oh, me. Almost dumped all my stuff. Socialism. Illegal immigration. They're going to take away our guns. The persecution of Christians and the war on Christmas. Moral values. Terrorists. Where's the real birth certificate? Global warming is fake, and evolution is only a theory. There are a lot more. You've heard them. But now you can see it doesn't quite look like a turd. It looks kind of shiny and nice. It's all red, white, and blue. But they know that's probably not enough. So they have to add a little sugar. So they throw in things when they're out talking like, God bless America. This is God's country. We're God's people. The USA is the greatest country in the world. The American people are the greatest people in the world. America has the best moral values in the world. I'm a true conservative, and we are the real America. So there you have the Republican agenda, how they package it, how they sell it, and why these people hang on to it thinking it's actually going to help them. Thank you for listening.